here we go with part 2. Purpose of this video is to answer all the questions that I've been receiving on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. There's been a lot of questions about how did I do the deck, what's in the battery box, what material is on the deck, any framing, how did I do the transducer. So I'm gonna go over all that. I'm gonna start from the back. My transducer, it actually was the handle that came on this box. This is a toolbox. Got it out of Harbor Freight for about 69 bucks. Took it, I cut the handles off, and I originally was just using the box for the battery, but I couldn't figure out how to mount the transducer the way that I wanted it. So I figured this was a good way to do it. So I just cut the handle off, and you push that tab in. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but you push that, squeeze it like that, and push down, and the transducer will go down, fold it out, good to go. It does has a little, a little play in it, but it's because it's just mounted right here. But it's solid, it's not going anywhere. I actually prefer it to do that, to move around a little bit so it doesn't get ripped off or anything. It'll flex if I hit anything. So with the battery box, like I said, it's a Harbor Freight toolbox. It's a modular box. So it fit, I bought it and it fitted 2 Group 27 batteries in it. So I just wired everything. Still trying to clean up the wires, but I put a fuse panel in there, and that is how I power everything from my GoPro mount right here. I use the YOLOTech boom stick. Just drop it in and screw it on, and it's good to go. Right here I have 2 voltmeters, and each one tells me how much juice I have on each battery. So I have one for the back motor and one for the front motor. And this is also, it has 4 switches. Right now I'm only using 2. I'm using that one for the GoPro, and I'm using that one for my lights. As you can see, I got night lights because I'm going to be doing some night fishing. One of the tournament trails that I'm fishing, they actually have 2 events that's at night, so be kind of happy to be a part of that. All of the decals, I made all of the decals myself, with the exception of this decal, this Pelican decal. I didn't make that one. All of the other ones I cut them out and did them myself. So right here, this is another toolbox that I got out of Walmart for I think it was like 30 bucks or something like that. But it has trays in it, so it actually has 2 trays, and it can keep all my baits in that I want to get to. And my seat goes right over it. Right now I don't have the seat in, it's in the back of my truck. I have a tournament tomorrow, so just trying to get ready. So I got everything in the truck, all my rods, and my chair, my life jacket. And with the deck, this is what I got so many questions about. How did I do it? What material did I use? How did I prep it? So I'm gonna answer all of that. So I use 1/2-inch plywood on the deck, and I just have these little angled aluminum around the edges, just pretty much for looks, man. It's, it's not really serving the purpose. But I did put a handle on here because I wanted this to be able to open and close and use it for storage. So I'm gonna try to sit the GoPro down. It's kind of hard to do that with one hand, so just give me a minute and I'll show you. So the storage, just pull that handle up. Usually what I do, and just take a stick and pop it in here, and it holds it up. Holds it up perfect. So while I'm on the water, I just keep that little stick, like, you know, right on the side right there. So when I do want to get access to it, I could, you know, easily do that. But this only opens when the trolling motor is deployed. The trolling motor is down in a locked position, I can't open it up, which I'm fine with that, because when it's down, obviously I'm not fishing. So, you know, hey, that'll work. But anyway, so I can store plenty tackle under here. I got, let's see, 7 boxes, 37s in one big box. Got my black box for my my Livescope under there. All my wires are ran under here, and these come out right here because I do have a light under here for when I'm out at night. And when I open the hood up, I want to see what's under there, see what I'm doing. So that's how I do that. And back to how I made the deck. Like I said, I use 1/2" plywood. And I bought some Evafoam from Amazon, actually pretty cheap, and I just glued it. It comes with glue on it, but the glue is not really solid, so just sprayed some Gorilla Glue on it and then put it down, and that, you know, that held it. So I just cut it out. Like I said, I cut it out to fit the boat. Once I did that, I put this little top piece on, and this is actually, I don't know if you can really see under there, but I do have another piece of angled aluminum under here. It's how I attached the two, and I just bored out some holes because I originally was going to use these to store rods, but this boat is not that big, not big enough for that. So having those rods, 2 over here and 2 over here, feet right here, is not really enough room, so don't really use that. I just leave my rods up here. So yeah, that's how I did it, man. And I did put these 2 supports on here, just right there, just to give it some support. But I don't find it being an issue. I don't really think I need any bracing or anything like that, anything crazy, because the wood literally goes from wall to wall in the boat, and it rests right here. And I'm a pretty light guy, man, so I don't think I have any issues with it. If I do, I'll go back and change it, do something different, but I've been out on the boat a few times and it's done good, so don't really see the need for it. Trying to get a bite. Trying to get a bite. Just want to show you how stable it is. I mean, I can sit out on the lake and do my dance and my shuffle. So, hey, but that's that with the deck. What I'm running up front is a Garmin Echomap 93 Motorguide Xi3 on a quick release, because I take the trolling motor off and I put it on my big boat when I want to use that boat. And the floor is the same as the deck. It's 1/2" plywood. Just cut it out. I did buckle the floor down, if you can really see it good, but there's screws on all the corners, kind of keeps it down in place, because I don't want the floor sliding, because I didn't make it the actual of the boat, so it would have slid. I didn't make it that length because I didn't want the battery box to sit up any higher than it already does, so I just kind of bring it out back to exactly where the box is sitting. And I guess I'll go back to this again, man. All of this stuff, you can get it on Amazon or your local hardware store. So I got these switches out of Home Depot, those 4 switches. I ordered the voltmeters off of Amazon. I think those was about 12 bucks a piece. The fuse block, it has a cover to it. I was messing around with the boat yesterday and I misplaced it. Don't know where it is. It's somewhere in my garage, which is a mess. That's why the boat is out here for the purpose of this video. But yeah, man, so that's how that's how everything is done, man. Got any more questions? Want to know anything? Holler at me. Let me know in the comments down below. Other than that, man, I think that pretty much sums it up how I did everything, man. So hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, this is my Bass Raider. Actually, I took it out today in some terrible winds, and the boat did awesome. I actually had to tow a guy back to the dock with a 15-foot aluminum boat, flat bottom. So I'm going to be dropping a video on that. I mean, this boat is stable. It towed a boat nearly twice its size, a lot heavier than it, and it handled it good. Tied up back here.